So this is the JBL Partybox 520 and this is the JBL Partybox 720, and these two speakers are very impressive for 2025. Now, when it comes to speaker setup, both of these speakers have a dual front firing woofers with an exhaust port that shoots out the back and dual front firing tweeters. And for the most part, both of these speakers sound the same, which honestly is a bit of a shame because I really expected the 720 to have mid-range drivers like the Ultimate, but sadly it doesn't. So really the only difference between these two speakers is going to be max volume performance. Now, when the 520 is plugged in, this speaker gets almost as loud as the 720 when it's running off of its internal battery. But when the 720 is plugged in, this speaker gets almost as loud as the JBL Partybox Ultimate. So overall, if you're trying to choose between these two speakers, honestly, it's going to come down to if you want more sound or not. But overall, I do feel that the 520 is the perfect size. It gives you more than enough sound where you never ask for more, but you never feel overwhelmed or feel like you made a mistake. Whereas with the 720, this speaker can sometimes be a little overwhelming, but not in a bad way like with the JBL Partybox Ultimate. Now, when it comes to battery life, these two speakers are very similar. They both have an advertised battery life of 15 hours, but the important thing here is you can swap out the battery on both of these speakers, but the main difference here is both of these speakers are using JBL 600 batteries, but with the 720, this speaker is actually using 2 batteries, whereas the 520 is only using 1. But the important thing here is, since both of these speakers are using the same batteries and also the Boombox 4, you can actually mix and match your batteries between these 3 speakers if you want. But the important thing here is with the JBL Partybox 520, it's only using 1 battery, whereas with the 720, it's using 2. Now, just keep in mind that when you are using the battery on the 720, both of these batteries will be used in parallel, so they do run out together. But then there are the ports on these speakers, and they're both the same. They're both using XLR combo jacks, so you can easily plug either of these 2 speakers into a mixer. They're both using a USB-C port, which you can use to charge your own devices, and they both have an audio out jack, so if you want, you can daisy chain either of these 2 speakers up to any other speaker and get them to play in sync. But the important thing here is both the 520 and the 720 are the first party boxes to now be using these XLR combo jacks, which are a lot more useful than the 1/4-inch inputs that you used to find on JBL's older party boxes. Overall, both of these speakers are great, but sadly the only difference between these 2 speakers is just going to be your max volume performance. If you want more sound and if you want more bass, then go with the Partybox 720. Personally, I am a little disappointed that the 720 just doesn't have those mid-range drivers like the Ultimate. But personally, I do feel that the 520 is the perfect size. The speaker gets more than loud enough, but it also doesn't overwhelm you like the 720 can. And also the 520 is noticeably smaller and lighter than the 720, so it's going to be a little bit more portable than the 720. But if you want to learn more, you can always watch the full video.